Hi everyone, it's Kevin my Quest Teacher channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. In today's video, I'll be doing a preview for our clash against the Fremantle Dockers. If you are returning Kevin Magpies, welcome, like, comment, share. If you're new to the channel, watch this for the first time, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Now for people wondering what these are for, they're for sleep studies, so that's why I've got them. So I do apologise for this, but it's got to be done. Now, one thing I will say as well with Fremantle is that they want to make it a defensive game. So for me, if they can make it cheap mark, put numbers back in defence, we can certainly try and beat them in attacking ways now, because we are very good at attacking the corridor and playing our brand of football. We're capable of defending for our lives now. We are the number one pressure team in a competition since round 3, so we've certainly have done a really good job. And I go back to the game against Adelaide Crows where we were 3 points in front. Our midfield really stood up, so really stood up against the best team in the competition. So I do think that this is probably our best bet for us to deal with. And I think that this is a very good opportunity for us to really win. Now, we know Fremantle are hanging above the 8, and we know that they're a chance to really try and sneak inside the 8. For us, I think we're 5th on the ladder at the moment. So we're doing really nicely, but a win here on Friday night really does get going and keep our season alive as well. So I do think that we need to really play our brand of football and really continue to spark as well. We know that Alex Pearce is a good defender. We're going to have to stop him. Caleb Sarong's another one. Luke Jackson can be a very good ruckman as well. He can dominate. So it's going to be interesting to see what we do in that aspect. But we are pretty much, I feel that we can definitely go on and win this game as well. Now, I think for me, the importance of match selection this week. Now, I'm not going to put this in my top 5. Now, we know that Will Parker will make his debut, and also Ed Allen as well. So we picked him up in our first pick of last year's national draft. Will Parker was a rookie that we have as well picked up, and the way that we saw him train, the way he's killing it in the VFL is impressive across half back. So that's probably the most likely that we would do the way that we want to play as well. So I do feel like we've got a good chance to really win as well, and definitely look to have a couple more selections. Now, Bowen McCreary, you think that will come in for Jordan De Goey, who hasn't passed, has been declared that he won't play. And then we also got the Brody Marchek, who's expected to come back as well. So I am expecting us to make 4 changes. Looks like Reef will be out as well with concussion. Will Hoskin-Elliott is out and Jordan De Goey is out. So that's probably 3 changes. We know the 2 will definitely. Bud McCreary could potentially come out as well. And then we might look at Harvey Harrison for Brody Marchek as well, because I think with us and Brief for Bo is that we know that Brief has got a concussion with the injuries that we got. So we need to really look forward to try and score as much as we possibly can, and just try and really settle down and really look forward to playing our brand of football as well. And I'm looking forward to what we do, most importantly as well. So I think for me, I'm looking forward to a really tough battle. I think they're the changes that we'll have. But that's definitely the way that we look at it. Now, I think game plan tactics. What are our strengths? So, our strengths are contested possessions, uncontested as well, where we like to run and carry, and we're a very good pressure team as well. One thing that we do really well is we're starting to win the clearances. Is we can get on top of the opposition's midfield. We know it's the wrong. Fife is in there as well. Brayshaw, those type of guys that definitely will be huge for him. There is no Frederick, so that does help our case a little bit. But I think for us, the way that Fremantle want to play, they want to try and not have a high scoring and let us play our brand of football as well. So if we can really put Fremantle to the sword and really look confident in our ability to really run an attack, we can definitely do it as well. So I think that's the most importantly, is that we need to attack. Make Fremantle chase all game. Alright, don't play slow, and if we do need to play slow, be smart. Have Mason Cox in up forward that can take the mark. Have someone who can adjust their kicks in the last minute, like we were doing, and it worked to our advantage as well. So I'm expecting us to really do that for our level, but also most importantly, that's something that we really need to work on. Now, my top 5 for this week is, I think, playing well for long enough. Now, we got out to a 30-point lead and we probably should have beaten the Crows by a lot more. I think if we can just get off to a good start and keep that lead going, we should win pretty convincingly. Now, we know that momentum is going to be huge and they're going to get it, but let's try and stop their momentum a little bit and not make it like a 4 or 5 goal momentum swing. Let's just keep them to 1 or 2 goals momentum swings, and let's just pour on the goals for ourselves, and let's just try and force Fremantle into a panic situation where they keep bombing to guys like Darcy Moore, Billy Frampton, that sort of thing as well. So that's what I would do, and pretty much I feel like we can do it, but this is what we need to do in the way that we go about playing AFL football as well. So like I said, that is number 1. We just got to play well for long enough. Can't afford to let Fremantle get back in the game. We know how much of a dangerous team they can. Most of the time they are defensive. They can attack and really score, but it's rarely that they do that, considering that Justin Longmire is a very defensive-minded coach and wants to try and make it defense. They will try to attack as much as they possibly can, but at the same time, we got to try and slow Fremantle down, and we got to try and get our momentum going as well, and not allow Fremantle to get 3-4 goal swings as well. Number 2, I think for me, is our forward line. I think we'll probably keep Darcy Moore in defence and Billy Frampton in defence. I think we'll probably play Checkers, Cox. I would love to see Kruger play, only because he was the guy that, if we have to make any changes, we could. If Checkers doesn't play, I think you got to bring Kruger. And I think he's going to be the option of, if he doesn't mark it, bring the ball to ground, because he's good with his tackling pressure inside our 450 and also the way that we can score as well. So I think for us, our forward line really needs to get going. But we'll definitely see what we can do in that department. There's no Jordan DeGoey, there's no Will Hoskinelli as well. Bo McCrew will come in. You think Checkers will come in. But if he doesn't, then I think Kruger has to come in. Number 3, I think for me is the game plan and tactics. I think one thing we need to do is attack, and really open up Fremantle with repeat entries and try and get the ball inside our 450 10 to 12 times, and that way we can try and score from that and really get some good return out of it. But also the fact is that we know that this is an important game. We must really try to attack the game, attack the corridor and play off halfback and really have a pressure up high, considering that this is a danger game for us. Now we know Fremantle will be Walyalup for this game, so I do apologise for not saying it. But it is a little bit difficult to say, so that's why I try and make it more easier for myself. But as I said, I'm really looking forward to a hard-fought game as well. Number 4, I think it's our midfield. Our midfield definitely need to get on top early and really start winning the clearances, and just really read the tap of the opposition as well. This will be the battle of which midfield gets on top and how we can score as well. But it's also the fact is that Fremantle want it in tight, and we played the big ground really well. So, I'm not really surprised. And number 5, I think for me, is our backline. I think our backline need to stand up a little bit more and play our brand of football. And I think once we do that, I think that we're a huge chance to really win the game as well. So I definitely feel like we can do it. Can't really do predictions yet. I'll wait until the lineup comes out and then I'll do it. But I'm very confident we'll get the job done, and I think it'll be a close game. Now, my tips are Collingwood by 18 points. I think that we'll get off to a good start. I think Fremantle will try and get back a little bit, and I think we should be able to try and push on our leads and make it a bit difficult for Freo. And in the end, I think we should get the job done as well. Hope you guys liked the video. Don't forget to drop a like as well as dropping a sub. Bye for now.